Welcome to my channel, Darran's Villaging and More presents Department 56 item number 56.52960, Halloween Full Moon, Re-envisioned for 2025. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more. Previously on Darran's Villaging and More. And here it is, the Halloween Full Moon by Department 56, completely repaired, and I didn't even have to buy any parts. So I want to say this is an excellent deal that I got on eBay. I guess the seller just didn't want to fiddle with it. So that was all of 3 to 5 minutes for this repair. Now, going forward with this figure, I am definitely going to be doing some retrofitting. I do like the moon, but the eyes for the werewolf, I think we can do better. So let's do it. Come join me as I reimagine the Halloween Full Moon by Department 56 for 2025 by removing the old LED and checking for voltage. Welcome to the bench. Here we have the Department 56 Full Moon figure. Now, I previously repaired this, but the eyes of the werewolf just... No, we can do better. So let's go ahead and remove this old LED and check our voltages and see if we can reuse the entire fixture without having to rewire the entire figure to change the light. So, popping that out, I do apologize for being off camera. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Now, the design on this is basically just a twinkle light, Christmas light socket. It's not overly complicated. Well, at this juncture, we're now moving forward as that lead on that LED just broke off, and I definitely do not have a replacement. So, let's go ahead and move over and try to check our voltages on this. Now, ideally, the leads that I'm using to test this with are not the best or best suited for this. And I am definitely just going to be checking for voltage. I suspect it's 2 to 3 volts, probably closer to 3. And let's get a good reading on that because the LED that I have chosen for this is still red and it's going to be a breathing LED, but it's a 2 volt LED. So okay, we have 3 volts on the circuit. So we will have to account for resistance on 3 volts. Let's take a quick look at the math. Let's calculate for resistance using a 3 volt power source and a 2 volt LED. That leaves me 1 volt to account for. 1 volt divided by 0.02 milliamps is 50 ohms. I'll use a 0.25 watt 68 ohm plus or minus 5% resistor for this project. Before we begin putting the new LED together, let's take a quick look at the old LED versus the new LED. There are a couple of key differences, and in fact there is a problem. Primarily, the new LED has a lip on it. It is a little bit longer, and that's not the problem. The problem is going to be the lip. So I'm going to be using a file and going around and sanding off the lip on the LED so it will fit into the base. Once this is done, I can solder on the resistor and feed it through the socket. Now that I have sanded off the lip of the new LED, let's do a comparison to check our clearance. Looking side by side, it looks like it's going to fit, but it will be very close. I will need to solder the resistor as close as possible to the base of the LED. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, get that wrapped around, and then we'll apply just a touch of flux and a dab of solder. After giving that just a moment to cool down, I'll trim off any of the excess leads for the LED. Once the excess leads are trimmed, I'll take the remaining leads and feed them through the base with the light and then insert it into the fixture. Now, I do not know the polarity, so there's a good possibility that I'll probably get it wrong because I always have 50-50 odds. Now that the LED and resistor are in the base, I can go ahead and trim off any of the excess here as well before inserting it into the fixture. I want to make sure that everything is nice and secure, so I will pull the leads nice and tight with a pair of pliers before snipping, as I do not want these to fall back at any given point in time and cause a short within the base. Let's move on to the final reveal. And here we have him, the Department 56 Halloween Full Moon reimagined for 2025, with his nice glowing eyes versus his static eyes that he had before. So tell me, what did you think of this project? What would you have done differently? Please let me know in the comments, I would love to hear from you. And as always, thank you for watching. This has been Darran's Villaging and More presents Department 56 item number 56.52960, Halloween Full Moon, reinvision for 2025. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more.